Just one moment, thank you. 6, 2, 8, 8, 9. Hi there, this is Tilda. Yes. Correct. I am at headquarters 89560. And I am calling to follow up on a recent time candidate that we sent to your timeline. Yes, of course. There. Just one moment, thank you. The file number here was is 0796558 Slanthra Mocucius Verinen. Okay. So how are they? They acclimating to the new timeline? Okay. Any issues or concerns you wish to relay? What was that? Okay. So no behavioral issues, no side effects appearing. Okay. All right. Well, I understand that you're busy. Thank you for letting me know that then. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Yes. Okay. But make sure I actually hung up there. Okay. Let's see. Hello. Yes. Hi. Sorry, a bit busy today. My name is Tilda. I'm going to be here to be your time caseworker. So I'll help scan you into our system, build a file for you today, and hopefully be able to help you with whatever time issue you are having. Okay. Excuse me, I just need a bit more coffee. Seems no matter how much coffee I drink, I still feel very sleepy. Very, very sleepy, yes. What's that? Oh, you're in a bit of a hurry. Oh, it does seem like everyone's in a hurry these days, but just relax, you know. We have all the time in the world. I mean, when you think about all the different timelines you're existing in right now, and non-linear time, that linear time's not real, as we know. So just think about the expansiveness of infinity, and there's no need to be in a rush. I see. Okay, well, protocol's protocol, so we can get started. Then, since you seem to be urgently wanting to expedite this session, let me just make sure I have everything I need, because sometimes I do forget. Let's see. I have my tool bag here. I have my notebook here, my pencil, and my pen, and my eraser for my pencil. Okay. And I have my metric analyzer, time metric analyzer. I have my vibrational frequency scanners here. I have my frequency modifier, and I have your time time modification visors just in case we might need those. Okay. Okay. I suppose that I'm ready then to begin. Okay. So first we are going to scan you into the system here. Assuming since you're here with me, this is your first time here. Okay. Well, I just wanted to confirm that. Okay. Wonderful. So what I'm going to do, you see I have this octopi, sleepy, yes, octopus, beautiful scanner, and it is exceptional in its performance. It has a wide range of capabilities. It's technologically advanced compared to its predecessors. Yes. I'm going to use this to scan your chip ID into our system so that I may begin to process you into our system and also just check your records. Right, make sure that there's no alarming red flags that our system might have missed when you went through the initial sign up stage. So I will scan you in and then take a nice good look before I begin to ask you what it is that you are hoping to achieve here today. Just adjust my light. Okay. Let's see here. I just have to connect this to my lasers. Like so. You see, I just press it right here. Oh, yes. Okay. There we go. Brilliant. Okay. Okay. So now we can begin the scan. You're just going to follow directly, look at the octopus for a few minutes. It should light up, I believe. Yes. Okay. Okay. We just activate it, of course. There we are. Okay. So just try not to move your gaze. Just focus on this as I move it in front of your view. Good. Try not to have any sudden movements. Okay. Good. We'll have you in our system in no time. Okay. See Good. One more moment. And we should hear a little sound implying that it's finished scanning you. There it is. Okay. Let me upload this into the system here. Alright, just 1 second here. How are you today? By the way. Stressed? Okay. Well, please know I don't need any details. I need to focus, and then I will follow through with why you're here, okay? I was simply being polite, expecting a other, I'm good, and how are you doing, Tilda? Right. Now let's just scan this here. You see, I'm just going to take it and I'm going to press it up against this iris of this device here, this quantum computer. and it's going to process your data from birth until right now. It's going to show me your full records, your permanent record, if you will. Yes, okay. So I think I just need to press that, and then, okay. Just get so, right, okay, it's alright. Such a beautiful artwork. It's just fascinating, the sea world. We still know so little about it even after all this time. Perhaps that is for the best. Okay, now I should be able to just glance over this information. Okay, just put these on to see everything. Comes up. Oh, this always happens. Gets stuck like so. This always happens, doesn't it? Excuse me. Hair. Quite the annoyance at times, isn't it? Okay. Let's take a look. Says you were born July 22nd, 2077. Is that accurate? Okay. And that you have lived in 7 different colonies in your life. Okay. It says you have left Earth once, and that you went to Venus. Splendid. Was that on the Bezos line? Oh, no, I've never been on that myself. I prefer to stay right here on Earth personally. Okay. No apparent health issues, no surgeries so far in your life. Your cyber chip is of the most recent model, I see, and you've had some upgrades to your appearance. Yes, well, it does seem like you look quite different from your government photo I see here. Oh, age and a few things here and there. Yes, it seems like you went to a bit of trouble to change your appearance. Interesting. Okay. Not seeing any issues in particular coming up. No criminal records. Okay. No health issues. Okay, well that's very good. That means we can move on and I can begin to process your request today. Okay. Alrighty. Just going to take these off now. It's hard for me to see at all actually these days. Just need to get this thing over here. Okay. Oh, excuse me, I'm getting a phone call. Just 1 second, thank you. Just 1 moment. Hello, it's Tilda here, yes? Yes, how may I help you? Yes, I did file that, of course. Well, let me check my notes. Yes, I'm still writing my notes down. Well, because you never know when there could be a cyber attack or complete worldwide power shutdown, there's good reason to keep old-fashioned records, as you like to call them. Okay, let me just check here. Yes, so what file number was that? Okay, let me just check here. I have a system, of course. Let's see. Okay, on the 13th of December. Yes, okay. We sent them to the past, 30 years back. Yes, this was approved. Well, my claims are always approved. I'm sorry, what was the issue? Because I'm currently with a client. Well, I sent the digital copy afterwards. You should have received it. No, I'm not using that form. I'm going to have to call you back. Yes, I'm afraid so, yes. I don't really like the tone of your voice, actually. Yes, just go ahead and block that station. Very rude, very rude. Indeed. Okay, anyway, back to you. Let me just see what is your last name again? Okay. You're right in the center then. Alphabetically. First page. Just love it. Nice. Fresh start. Okay. So, as you probably ever heard of me speaking to a very, very unprofessional member at another time headquarters from another dimension. Yes, that phone line can reach, I believe it's 3,000 other time headquarters in other dimensions, other timelines, that is, whatever term you prefer. They were abhorrent, actually, but I blocked them. Nevertheless, I do prefer to use standard stationery, paper, pen, pencil, non-digitalized means of collecting data, because we could have a solar flare that knocks out all electricity for who knows how long, or many other factors, cyber attacks, you never know these days. So I do take notes using stationery before I enter them into the digitalized system. Okay, many find this odd or old-fashioned, but this is just how I operate. Okay. So what brought you here today? Let me just write down the date here. I'm just checking what the date is. Yes, it is. It is May 1st, 2100. And your name is... Yes, that's a nice name. A strong name. Okay. And once again, your birth date is July, right, 19, I'm sorry, 19, 2077, okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, I did make a spelling error here. I do apologize. Let me just fix that. Okay. Just have to erase that. How could I be so absent-minded? There we go. Right. And your chip ID number. Let me just check that aligns with what I scanned. Excuse me. Okay, that's all good. All that information, yes, accurate. Alright. File claim. Alright, so what brought you in today? Can you slow down, please? I understand that you're in a rush, but I want to make sure I get the accurate information. Yes. Okay. Calm down. Good. Relax. Nothing gets done. Nothing good comes out of being rushed. Taking our time. Okay. Slowly but surely. Wins the race. Yes. That's what I say. So you want to be transferred to another timeline. Is that what you're just trying to say? Okay. Timeline transference. Okay. Right. And why is that? Financial troubles? Oh, I see. Safety reasons. So from what I'm getting at is you took out quite a few loans from some not so great people who are now after you and threatening your life and such. Okay, if you don't pay them back, well, you do know that this service we offer here is not free of charge. I see. So you have enough to go to another timeline, but not enough to pay these people back. You must owe them quite a bit. Ah, I see. It wasn't of a monetary... You signed off on your organs. Oh dear. It's okay, you don't need to go into further details. I understand your reason for being here. Do keep in mind that we have a very strong security system, so if any of these types you mentioned tried to get in, it would be 99% impossible. Okay, so once again, just try to breathe and relax. I understand you're under a great amount of stress, but let's just get through this, okay? Now you want timeline transference, okay. It's financial troubles. It's perfectly good reason. Now, there's two different options, permanent and temporary. Permanent meaning you will never return to this timeline. Temporary means you can return to this timeline. Okay, so you want a permanent leave, I understand. Okay, I understand. Okay, permanent. in order to find the right timeline for you, I'm going to have to do a series of tests to match you up with a timeline that would be relatively similar to this one, able to suit you on a temporal pathway of ease, okay? Right, and also we need to make sure that that timeline, that you don't exist in it, or that maybe you did exist in it, but your other self there has passed away, or perhaps they went to another timeline. We need to match you up with a few suitable variables in order to have things go smoothly, so to speak. Okay. So let's begin that. At first, I do need to just input this information in. Just a second here. Well, if it were into a timeline where your other self passed away, then we would also have to give you a completely new identity. However, since you already had the cosmetic work done to change your features, which I think I'm understanding why you did this now, you can never run away from your neural identity now, right? I take it you've been on the run from these people for quite some time. I see. I'm not judging, no, of course. Just gathering information, that's what I do. So since you've already changed your physical appearance, even if we send you to a timeline where a version of you is deceased, this shouldn't be an issue, but we will of course give you a new identity, name, data, etc., and a new chip ID coding. However, we might not have to send you to a timeline of that. We might be able to find a timeline where your other self in that timeline has already relocated to another timeline and that there was no swap. Okay. Let's just take a look here. Just put this information in a magic. New claim. Such. Go ahead and send that along with your scans, just so that this claim can be approved. It usually only takes a minute. Okay. Okay, it looks like your claim has been approved. Perfect. So now we can move on with the test to find the right timeline for you to be transferred to. things to get going here. I know, I understand that you're quite anticipating leaving. Okay. Well, we're halfway through. Right? So first I need to scan your resonance frequencies. Basically, find your temporal DNA to see where we can best find a suit to fit for you. Okay. Just have to first place here and then I think. I'm going to place this device onto each side of your head, so I'm just going to walk around behind you to place this, okay? Alright. Okay, so let's see. First, to attach these right here. Okay. Just gonna put these all around you. And okay. Just like so. Alright, that should be enough. Go ahead and get you situated again, okay? Just need to take these off here. Just going to take this off. Hold on a second. Okay. Are you able to hear me? Just as before. Okay. Let's see then. Just need to plug this in right here to get a reading. Okay. Good. Just gonna set these aside. Okay. Let's see here. Alright. That's just going to analyze that information and find an algorithmic pair that's suitable on your frequency level. Okay. Along with the other factors that we need to be aligned, as I mentioned before. Okay. 2 suitable timelines for you that we can expedite the process quickly. That is, since I know you are antsy to get out of here. One timeline is of a probability rate of 99.7% success. This means that your energy frequency patterns would attune quite nicely to this one. The other one is 96.2%, so slightly less, but not still considered in the great rating. Okay, just get this thing on my head for 1 second. Let's see, so we're going to call it timeline A and B. A is of the higher success rate, and B is slightly lower. Now A, your other self and A, this is quite interesting. It appears they disappeared about 10 years ago, and no one has heard from them. They haven't popped up in the system anywhere. Right. They are possibly and most likely deceased. And in timeline B, that timeline, your other self chose to leave that timeline. I cannot give you the details of that information. You should not know any information about your other selves. Right, we don't want any type of time fragments in the matrix. Okay? So, I would recommend that you go timeline A, even though there's a very small chance your other self could reappear. But since you've changed your appearance already, and we'll be giving you all new data and info to be transferred into this timeline, it shouldn't be an issue either way. This is essentially a new timeline and new you completely. Right. So you want to go with timeline A or timeline B? Timeline A. Okay, good choice. Let's see. I'm just going to need to inspect you a tiny bit before we do the changes to your data. Well, giving you a modification to your chip to change its coding and your overall data information. Okay, right. Just have to take a quick. I like to be thorough, you know. We don't want to rush this process because, as I see, you've never transferred to a different timeline, and you want to make sure you get every little detail on point, okay? Now there's that other pencil quite dull now. I need that one. That one. Let's see. Yeah. We definitely need this, I think. Should be done. Actually, and then back here, fine. Okay, let me see. Just in case. Probably don't need that. Maybe need this. Oh yes, we definitely need these, I think. Anything else in here? I don't think so. No. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Let's go go on with the inspection then. I need you to first follow this light so that I can check your pupillary reactions. And just monitor your functions here. Okay. Using this to follow along. So just follow this blue light. Good. Very good. Okay, try not to blink. Okay, now blink a few times. Okay, once again, just follow this light. Excuse me. Just a moment. Just a moment. Okay. Seems okay. Seems alright. Nothing abnormal there, so it's okay. Now I'm going to study your brainwaves using this accelerator. It's going to emit certain frequencies that will only be visible through your cyberware technology implemented in your chip, just to make sure that it is operating as it should be, functioning smoothly, even though your scans did say this. We just want to be thorough, as I said before. Okay. You might see shadow light fragments. You don't really have to do anything, just looking now to make sure that your AI optics through your module implants at acceptable parameters. Are you close? Right. Right. That's very good. Data is looking okay, very good. Things should be just data there. Alright. It's fine. Just a few more observations here before we send you through the wormhole gate. Of course, I do have to modify your information first. But let me just see here, just taking measurements. Let me just write these down, of course. To make sure that your facial measurements align with the goggles I have, the goggles which will be used to update your software. Okay. Just in case you wind up in the other timeline. And it's very rare, but occasionally temporal abnormalities such as slight facial readjustments can occur. But it's very rare, so don't worry. Just measure men's facial on my glasses fitted. I mean, our system already created these for you based on the information you inputted into the system, but let's just go ahead and make sure, okay? So, let's see here. Start with the width of your face here. Okay. Width. Yeah, okay. The distance between your pupils. Okay, thank you. Distance. And I'm just going to overall. Okay. Alright, that should be fine. You see this though with these measurements here. Okay. Alright. Yes, they should work just fine for you. Feeling a little bit more relaxed now that this process has been initiated. Good. I see that. Don't worry, you'll be in your new timeline, new life very soon. Very soon, indeed. Okay. So I'm going to place these around you now. Okay. And this will be pretty quick. It's just changing. Sorry, actually I have to put in the new information first. Silly me. Scanning the new information, new timeline requirements onto this lovely octopus device. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. Now I will place the visors around you here, and it's going to just kind of laser imprint. Yeah, okay. Like so. Okay. Let's just take a moment. Initializing data sequence and complete. You've now had a complete digitalized reformatting of your chip. So, brand new chip, so you cannot be ID'd through your old chip, an old name, etc. We will give you a whole new passport and whatnot. Okay. So now I'm going to send you through the wormhole, and you will be greeted by a new member at the other timeline headquarters. They'll be there to warmly greet you and enter you into their system with all the information that we will transfer over. Your chip ID has been upgraded, so when they do the scan, your new name and information will show up. You'll be given a full packet, digitalized and a stationary version, as I've requested, to take with you to your new apartment. Okay, everything has been handled through the payment that we'll charge to you now. Going forward there, you will have to find means of career, job, gigs, whatever, in order to pay your rent in a month from now. It's just going to be paid through for 1 month, okay? But you'll have 1 month to get situated and find new employment, as well as some backup funds, since we did your financial scan before you came in, just to make sure that you had the means in order for this to run smoothly. Okay. All right. So, let's see now. These I'm going to place here. These are going to absorb into your skin, like so. Okay, good. And they will allow nice, easy, and safe transfer through the wormhole. I'm going to ask you once again to look at my octopi friend. Just one moment, please, as I put in the location IP here. Okay. We just need to set the correct frequency modulation. And you'll be traveling in no time. Like a blink of an eye, you'll be there. Alright. It's going to be a bit of a countdown, about 30 seconds, for you to enter the wormhole, okay? So just focus right here. Okay. Initiating that. 30, 29, 28,